Hello YouTube. As I'm walking down this path of leaves, this carpet of leaves, I will be talking about another topic for the series that's going on right now. And it is a really neat series. So if you're tuning in this video, watch the past ones. It's called A Walk in the Woods. There's a playlist for it. And it's where I'm just walking around the woods. Yet for today's topic, that will be how animals deal with the changing temperature. So there are three main options that I've found. They could either stay here where they're at and try to beat out the winter. They could go into hibernation, or they could migrate. So in the comments, I want you guys to throw down one species that fits migration. And if you guys want me to talk about that species in a different video, just tell me and I will gladly do it for you guys. So when animals stay here for the winter, they are probably adapted. They probably are like, a good example would be squirrels. They will stay here. They will have treasure caches of nuts and seeds and berries, and they will just dig those up throughout the winter and survive. And then a really good example for migration would be the monarch butterflies. Those are the most iconic migrator in the United States because, well, they come from everywhere around. They come from all corners of the United States and Canada down to Mexico. And then in California they have their own little separate migration, but I'm going to do a whole monarch video separate because, well, there's such amazing creatures. I wanted to give them their own special video. And then creatures that hibernate, like snakes, amphibians, turtles, some mammals will. But yet all those, all the patterns have been kind of changed with human activities. Like Canada geese, for example. They used to migrate south and back up every year. And when people started feeding them and people started having warming ponds and they kept leaving trash out. Now some geese stay around here all year long, along with some species of birds that used to migrate because we're putting up bird feeders for them constantly, and they just hang around all year long. Same with deer. We grow big, beautiful lawns with lots of grass and different shrubs, and they just come through and stay here all winter long. So yeah, stuff has definitely changed in that regards, but mostly the species still migrate back and forth with a few of those exceptions. Here is a nice little meadow. I will be talking about this place in a different video because it is a really good example of the topic in that video that I'll be talking about. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it'll come up during spring, so expect that. So yeah, back to hibernation. So when animals hibernate, they go underground mostly. I'm going to use turtles for an example. Turtles and tortoises. They will find a good spot. Turtles normally in the muddy bank, they'll dig a few feet in and cover themselves in mud, and there's something moving over there. These are neat steps. But yeah, they'll bury themselves in the mud and hibernate over winter. Over winter, same thing, but what was I gonna say before I got distracted? They'll stay there and survive, and then when they thaw out, they'll wake up and continue their turtle lives. Insects, Some insects could freeze completely solid and be perfectly fine after they melt. And then with bears, you know how bears survive. So they go into a deep sleep and don't wake up until spring is here. But yeah, I'll end this video here. If you guys want me to pick out a specific animal to talk about, just let me know, or any topics in the future for these videos, because I do have stuff kind of planned out.